Welcome to this bite-sized video for the Digital Support Services T-Level, where we'll explore Task 3 for the Network Cabling and Digital Infrastructure Employer Set Project. The Employer Set Project, or ESP, consists of a series of tasks designed to assess the 5 assessment objectives shown. And this skills assessment is set and marked by NCFE, where students will need to apply the core knowledge and demonstrate the core skills from the specification. The ESP is conducted during a 2-week assessment window, which will be available during the summer and autumn terms. Tasks are designed to replicate the real-life industry experience, and we used employer and industry experts when developing the ESP to help achieve this. This video will focus on Task 3, where students put a project proposal together and will be assessed against assessment objectives 1, 2, and 4. With AO4 focusing on communication and the use of English, and their math skills too. Tasks 1 and 2 should now have been completed by students, with Task 3 occurring in the second assessment week on a fixed date and time stipulated by NCFE. This will be a supervised session, and students have 4 hours to complete this task, with a 15-minute supervised rest break also being permitted. And if students have any access arrangements or reasonable adjustments, such as additional time for assessments, then you should apply that internally and increase the task time by the relevant amount. The assessment materials should only be available and accessible to students during the supervised sessions, so do take account of this and ensure you have secure storage areas for the students' evidence. Internet access is permitted to allow students to research and develop a robust solution to the scenario, but you must ensure that privacy mode has been disabled, with policies applied to prevent students from deleting their browsing history, as a copy of the browsing history will also be required. To ensure students aren't disadvantaged from the preceding interview task, they'll be issued with a document containing the same information as the Task 2 tutor interview notes. And the provider guide will list other resources that students may need access to, such as tools for creating a network diagram. In this task, students will be putting together a proposal to address the issues and needs of the business. As you might expect, students will be assessed on their English skills in this task, but the use of English is marked holistically with its own mark. So the examiners will award a maximum of 4 marks for English skills, but it's based on the student's performance across tasks 2, 3, and 4. Students should have some different sections to their project proposal to ensure they cover all the different elements. And one of those elements worth highlighting is the financial aspect for the solution that they're actually proposing, as there are 2 marks available in this task for demonstrating math skills. In other words, calculating the relevant costs for the proposed solution. The project proposal is worth 26 marks in total, with 2 of those marks assessing the student's mathematical skills, and shown on screen are the highest band marking descriptors. And then there's the 4 marks for the use of English skills, which is assessed across tasks 2 to 4. Students should identify and show understanding of the issues and requirements for the business, how to address those needs as well, what resources will be required to do this, and justifications, how much those resources will cost, and is there an overall cost and ongoing costs involved, any security concerns and potential mitigations for them, and a network diagram also being required. And of course, making it relevant to the brief is absolutely essential. And there's some advice you can give to students to help ensure this. With one of them being practicing with writing frames. Beginning with an introduction, where a brief description of the purpose of the document could be included. And that can act as a reminder of what to include within the proposal. Perhaps followed by a section giving an overview of the issues and requirements for the client, to help ensure it's relevant to the brief, with a section for their proposed solution and justification. This is just one approach, of course. Another option might be using subheadings for each issue or need instead, which also might help to ensure that no areas are overlooked by the students. Then there's the equipment or infrastructure or resources that the business will need in order to put the solution in place, with justifications required for those. And including a table would be useful in order to outline the resources needed and to keep track of the costs involved. And students should be wary of mixing different currencies, such as euros and Great British pounds, for example. And even separating out which of those costs would be one-off expenses and which would be ongoing as part of the solution that they've proposed. Then, with a final summary to highlight those final key aspects and any final justifications. We hope you found this useful and have a better understanding of Task 3. And do see our other bite-sized videos that form part of this Employer Set project series. Thank you.